This is a Citroen AMI, and quite clearly it's one of the weirdest cars on sale. But somebody at Citroen didn't think that this was weird enough, because through those doors we have what you could call a rally special version of the AMI. And here it is. Now, it's called the AMI Buggy, and it's a miniature electric city car designed to go pretty much anywhere.
Okay, maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves, because this is obviously not going to be entered into the Dakar Rally anytime soon. The AMI Buggy is designed for light off-road adventures, and it's been toughened up for the job.
Now, I didn't think what the AMI needed was a whole load of off-road bits slapped to it, but I think the AMI Buggy looks really good. So at the front you've got these light protectors, you've got this bull bar down here as well, and the AMI Buggy just has a wider, more butch stance than the standard car. That's partly thanks to this black plastic body cladding, and you've also got what look like enlarged go-kart wheels, and they're wrapped in off-road tyres as well. You've got a spare wheel on the roof as well, you've got a roof rack, and generally, yeah, it looks really up to the job, doesn't it? And it all combines to make what I think looks like a post-apocalyptic AMI, and I really like it.
It's also got a funky new satin khaki paint finish and an LED light bar on the roof, so you can see where you're going while you're trudging through forests at night.
But what we don't have is any actual doors, as you can see. So right now we've got this little barrier here, but you can get a sort of weather kit that is like a plastic sheet that covers you and shields you from the elements. But if you press this button and open the door, you can see it opens backwards on this side, a bit like a Rolls-Royce Wraith. And you've even got a nifty little bag in here to take with you down to the beach, which is pretty cool. And if we jump inside, right, so the cabin of the AMI Buggy. Now, if you've been in an AMI before, this will all look quite familiar. It feels like a greenhouse in here. You've got so much glass area, you've got a glass roof, and in this model, well, you can see there are no doors, so it's really light and airy from behind the wheel. And you've also got loads of yellow details in the AMI Buggy version. So you've got these seats which are actually more thickly padded than the standard ones. They're much more comfortable, much softer. You've got this steering wheel with this piece on there. It's not falling apart. This is actually a storage bag that you can take with you to the beach or something. You've got another storage bag over here, and generally, yeah, it's quite basic, quite simple, but really nice and utilitarian.
Under the skin, the AMI Buggy uses the same front-mounted electric motor as the standard version, producing a frightening 8 bhp. Expect a top speed of around 28 miles an hour and slightly less range than the 44-mile claim figure for the normal AMI.
Right then, it's time to see what all that power feels like. So handbrake down, hit drive, and away we go. Right, she does feel a bit shaky, feels a bit like driving a wheelie bin. And that's it, because this car's a pre-production prototype, so that's all we can do, and we can only go in a straight line as well, so top marks.
So the AMI Buggy is just a concept for the moment, but Citroen does talk about it being a realistic concept that's totally fit for purpose, and there will be more AMI variants on the way. Like the standard AMI, the Buggy would be classed as a quadricycle given its pedestrian top speed and low weight. Amazingly, this whole car weighs less than the battery pack in a BMW iX. And because it's a quadricycle, 14-year-olds would be able to drive it in France if it makes production, but you'll need to be 17 in the UK with a full driving licence.
So there is a chance that you might actually be able to buy one of these in the near future, but the question is, would you? Because it's going to cost a bit more than the £6,000 projected price of the standard AMI. But I mean, if I was living in the south of France, I had a rural home, then I think I'd be very tempted.